Our society carries much grace within them. Everyone acquires it, but it appears in some people much more than others. Grace is the simple elegance or way one carries themselves. Without grace, the world will lack diversity and be in uniform. Grace brings upon individuality and beauty in everyday life. Each person has grace, whether it is known to them or not, and is their own individual. And with embracing their own style, everyone will be able to be true to themselves. But when embracing their individuality, they need to be able to focus on themselves and be able to focus on the outside world as well. Grace has been taught all throughout the world as an essential to civilized living. The three graces, goddesses of charm, beauty, and creativity, exemplifies ease and harmony with one another and the world around them. Kaufman tells readers that grace can be seen through individuality and is apparent through sports, movies, dance, fashion, and music. Kaufman uses pop culture references to pull the readers in the book, and it helps us to relate more to every person's grace. Morals have conformed, creating no individual thoughts on right from wrong. It's not as simple as good and bad. A gray area has emerged, allowing morals to blend together, straying away from grace. As an athlete, there is a certain type of grace that is withheld. Comparable to a living art object, athletes are a celebration of the body and the best of its grace. In the text, Kaufman elaborates and explains, "He did it with the grace of his voice, his poise, and his friendly appeal to reason. With an understanding heart, imagination, and especially courage, he transformed what could have been ugly into an uplifting experience." Smokey Robinson had the presence of mind and body to bring about the moment of grace. Today, when you have your own morals, it is unique because many people have fallen into a similar set of morals and ethics. Teamwork can show grace, but also pressure to conform, which diminishes grace. Differentiating right from wrong can be impaired when you see so many things around you like social media and ads. Even though it may not seem like a direct cause of grace, it can contribute to it. Wealth can change people for better or for worse. How people perceive you can create how you radiate grace. Grace can lie in a smooth, well-coordinated motion, or in a humble and tolerant attitude. More often than not, the two go hand in hand. The people who move well tend to be people you want to be around, no matter their social status. Their ease comes from being comfortable in their own skin, and that's what we're drawn to. It's not technique or practical perfection. Kaufman explains in the text, Audrey Hepburn conveyed sensitivity and ease in her weightless carriage. Her warmth, the way she listens in a scene with a real attention, her ability to project sympathy through her expression, and that well-coordinated dancer's body. People are treated differently because of the wealth that they withhold. In Hepburn's case, it is grace that has become about because she was raised to treat people well, and by most accounts, she does. Her obsessive work ethic is justifiably famous. She never ever appears out of control and strays away from trouble. Grace can be shown literally and physically in how you carry yourself and your actions. Wealth contributes to her because of how she is perceived. People envy her because of her money, but grace is not always influence. On the other hand, it can be easier to conform and lose individuality. But like Emerson states in Self-Reliance, to be great is to be misunderstood. In the world today, we should not stray away from grace, but try to bring more of it into our life. We should do this by becoming more individual again in everyday life and have different morals. Grace is important because it establishes individuality of a person so we can strive to be better as a society. In effect of morals and wealth, we all have been morphed without intention to have less grace. Without striving to incorporate more grace into our lives, we will all become the same in grace and in mind. This has nothing to do with wealth or morals, looks or sophistication, and everything to do with compassion and courage. Have the courage to better yourself. You have to be the change you wish to see in the world.